How to increase productivity and sales of your business using Microsoft Add-in. Microsoft is such a giant that it offers many useful and wonderful products for its users. Word, Excel is one of these. The number of Microsoft Services users is such massive that they can form an entirely separate community of 1.2 billion users. Back in 2013, Outlook came up with a plethora of small piece services like apps that changed the perspective of computer users thoroughly. What actually Outlook add-ins are? The evolution of the Outlook Services app did not stop here, and it introduced the feature of Outlook add-ins a few years ago. Why it is useful and how it simplify the work style on Outlook. Microsoft Outlook add-ins service in general, related to making functional software widely. All the users out in the world have used Outlook add-ins as attendant software for their security, signature, case management, and XRM apps. Outlook add-ins are like extensions that let you make your working easy and in no time to increase productivity at the workplace with some piece of software with Outlook service. Any user who uses Outlook can add the Outlook add-ins can install in the whole group of specific organizations or individuals. Microsoft Add-in is basically like a micro app that runs within Outlook. The add-in typically works particularly like an API to share the content from an email to the main application. With the help of Office add-ins, developers can integrate HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to extend and interact with a complete Outlook suite that too runs on various platforms, including Windows, Mac, iPad, and in a browser. It's a little tough to build our own add-ins for the individual and an organization. Sometimes we developers have to deal with building some complicated add-ins that may require access to advanced features such as SSO, EWS, and fallback authentication, etc. On top of that, if in case your developed add-in feature falls into this category, then your add-ins will only be able to release on a small division of the available platforms. Conversely, with vigilant use of an exposed set of rules and properties defined by the Outlook add-in API and Office context. Few strategies for how you can refine the fallback experience if happened on developing Outlook add-ins. Client and platform. The client refers to the version of the Microsoft Outlook application that is going to support the add-in. The platform refers to the operating system that the client is installed on. For instance, if someone is using Office 2016, then it's the client, and the machine of the user using Windows, Mac is termed as a platform. While keeping these in mind, you need to develop and check the requirements of the add-ins feature. Single sign-on, SSO. When a user signs into Microsoft Office using their multiple devices, then they can take advantage of this and use the single sign-on, SSO, option to authorize the user to your add-in service without requiring any sign-in procedure from another device using the same Outlook ID. If the user is not signed in, the Office client application opens a pop-up window for the user to sign in. Maximum API support by Outlook add-ins. If your target Exchange server and Outlook client support different requirement sets, then you're restricted to the lower requirement set range. Exchange Web Service Support, EWS, indicates the exchange of web services for Microsoft support for basic authentication. Context.platform and account type. For complex Outlook add-ins of the type we typically build, these two properties are essential. Office.context.diagnostics.platform. Office.context.mailbox.userprofile.account type. Although Microsoft Outlook app developers are continuously trying to improve things in add-ins features, You can develop your own add-ins feature app by keeping the following things in mind and fallback strategies, including client and platform. If you like this video, give this a thumbs up, consider subscribing to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any updates from Engineer Master.